Hello and welcome to the back nine of round 2 of the Texas State Disc Golf Championships presented by Lone Star Disc. It's moving day. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hotkeys.
Honk. We are at Brock Park Diamond Layout. Go watch the front if you haven't, you psychopaths. We have a lot of movement going on.
Yeah, we do. There's a birdie opportunity on every hole. And bogeys are not as often come by out here. So we're going to see a lot of people just moving up the leaderboard. It's all about how many birdies you're able to get. Holyn having a rough time stacking up the bogeys very uncharacteristically, especially on this type of course. But everyone else on the lead card really showing how they got here. Super consistent, super clean golf. Anniken really holding on to her positioning right now. And everyone in the top 20 under par.
Kristen Tatar shooting, 9 down right now?
6 in a row.
Yeah, and in a tie for first. She's ahead a few holes. There's a lot of crazy scores. Missy Gannon 11 down. Wild.
Hole 10, 325 feet. This is a tough birdie to get. A longer par 3. Very technical. 2 options. Sidearm or a lefty backhand over on the left side. And on the right side, there's a very tight tunnel you can hit with a backhand as well. Ground play is helpful here. The OB line on the left has been pulled way back. It's non-existent now, so you can go huge over here.
Really open line, like Madison said on this side. Anniken takes advantage, gets to circle 2. Again, there's only 3 birdies on this one yesterday. So difficult to get inside the circle. And even though they move the basket down, it still makes for some tough putting up on this little mound.
Sarah giving it all the height and landing inside circle 1.
Yeah, that was great. Fission photon again from her. Man, are we going to see all forehands again? It's so crazy. I would say most women taking more the middle line or the right side.
I really think this course sets up for a right finishing shot.
Totally.
It's
especially the back, like you said earlier.
Mm-hmm. Holyn, even though she has the distance to get their sidearm, she's pulling out the backhand nice and low and linear, coming in hot.
Wow. That was great.
That was so good.
And you can see that there's a lot more in the way with the line that Holyn took. Cool to see everyone have a birdie look at this one.
Oh my
yes.
gosh. Yeah, run that one
Scamper it in there.
Yeah. So good.
She does look so thrilled. It's so cool. Strong looking putt there.
So steep uphill. Everyone's psyched to get that one.
Hokom leaves it low, tries to get it to stop rolling.
Holyn coming back after going deep.
She's 1 over par now, looking to get even. Comes up short.
Just a little off on the green all day. Hit band a few times, hit cage a few times, splashed out chains.
Owen stacking them up now. 4 down through 10.
Yep, slow and steady. There were 7 birdies on this hole today. Not as many yesterday. I wish there was a stat for how many people took the left side versus the right side gap.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would guess more go right, though.
Yeah, I would too, but our lead card just...
Well, probably showing us why they are here.
Yeah, they have those special shots.
Special skills. Oh, Owen 3 down, excuse me.
Anniken in the solo lead with that huge birdie. Kristen still with the hot round right now. 9 down.
Hole 11 is a par 4, 630 feet. OB on the left side, to the left of that dirt path. OB comes in on the right later, pretty close to this mound, and actually kind of just outside the circle. It comes up fast if you're not careful. First shot, you just want to land to the left of the group of trees, and then you can either go around to the right, kind of straight at the mound, or take a left-handed backhand shot or sidearm to go around that final tree and approach kind of from the left at a 90-degree angle.
This hole definitely favoring the left-handed backhand game. Anniken able to kind of ride that OB down the left-hand side, and then really nice open space for another big lefty backhand.
Yeah, we saw yesterday a common mistake from the right-hand backhand throw is turning it over too much into that grouping of trees or just landing over there and then having an obstructed second shot. Oh, not messing with it on the right, just going sidearm, a little short, but still in range.
Sarah riding that left-hand OB line as well and landing safe in some clover. Big forehand.
Holyn the only one to take out the right-handed backhand shot, and here's what I was talking about. Pushing the trees a little bit and still gets good distance.
Yeah, it doesn't affect the shot too much. Sarah absolutely crushing this forehand. And it's good enough to get to circle 2. And we see a lot of competitors landing right in that exact spot on this hole.
Own working the forehand flex. Has this one tree to contend with. It looks like she's going to get around it and in the circle.
Half the field got at least to circle 2 in regulation, but only a quarter got to circle 1. But on this hole, even getting in circle 1 isn't enough to guarantee any sort of birdie look necessarily. This basket, you can land in circle 1 on the other side of the hill and you can't even see the basket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Plus, there's a huge potential for rollaways, so it makes for some nervy putting.
Holyn early releases this one. She definitely was intending to hyzer around the outside of that tree.
She'll have a putt, though. It's going to be that awkward. Can she see it? You know, she'll probably see the band in the top of the basket. Hokom tries to give... no? That was a layup, huh?
I think so.
To the
she
flat
just didn't
spot?
want to toy around with the rollaway, I bet.
Yeah. Let's see if Anniken wants to toy around.
She does.
She does. Hopefully that's that.
Holyn definitely can see the basket, just probably the top.
Mm-hmm.
She ramps off the top of the band, but thankfully it does sit down right around the edge of the bullseye.
Own to actually move to 4 down now.
Yep, the only birdie on our lead card.
Funny little putt going downhill.
Holyn, another par. Definitely looking to get some birdies to counteract the bogeys of the front 9. Anniken still looking so solid. And bogey free.
Just generally jolly out there.
Yes, she is.
Light on her feet, skipping around. Wow, look at this huge turnover. Kristen Tatar ahead on the 15th from 3rd card. 6 in a row, as Madison said earlier. 9 down right now. It's crazy.
Lucky working the similar line, but wrapped a little more tight. But wow, she gets through everything.
Huge distance, but it's calls for more of a sidearm from there, whereas Kristen could go sidearm or backhand, I think, from where she is.
Evelina, a much later release, but really
Wow.
working that turnover. This is huge distance.
Massive. Yeah, they're all so close.
Kristen hoping for a little ground play here. She finds a little dirt pile, and it checks up nicely just outside the bullseye.
Wow. Man, they are just throwing absolute little chip shots here. I think Lucky gets a little lucky through those branches.
2 times lucky on this hole, but that's enough for a birdie.
Evelina leaves her just a touch short.
Nice. Another
Evelina's
huge
putting.
putt.
Yeah, looking great.
Circle 2 stats.
She always looks just a little bit guilty.
Yeah, mischievous.
Yeah. Like, She got away with something? Like, anyone see?
Well, it looks like 3 birdies on the third card.
7 in a row from Kristen. So impressive. We're going to stay with this third card ahead at the 16th now.
Kristen did the same line as she did yesterday inside of that big pine tree, but still working the left side of the fairway. Lucky going to take the more, I would say, common
Yes.
line up the right side. Hyzer, where you do have to get some ground play at the end.
She definitely pushed it a little bit more right than you'd like, but it works out great. Turns out you can't get them all.
So
Only
close
7
to 8
in a row.
Yeah, so close to 8 in a row. Lucky gets this one for 3 in a row. Turkey's always nice. Headed back to meet up with our lead card through hole 11. Kristen now shooting the hot round and in the tie for first with Anniken and Owen both on the lead card. Hole 12 is 465 feet. It's a par 4 that is reachable for an eagle. We watched Evelina get into, was it circle 2?
I think she was actually just inside.
Just inside circle 1. A big flex shot through the line that the drone is flying can get you right into this area. There used to be an out of bounds line on the left-hand side that made this hole a lot more challenging if you were playing it as a 2-shot hole. But now it's very friendly. You can go huge if you want to, go nice and straight, and then play around to the left side of that patch of trees. Own lining up the sidearm, going inside route most likely. Never mind going outside.
Going way outside.
God, she does that too much to us.
I know. Well, she's just an enigma.
She
You
is.
just have to accept her for who she is.
We'll never figure her out unless we literally have her caddy notes in front of us.
Which would just say destroyer flex, destroyer flex, destroyer flex.
We'd still guess wrong.
Another huge shot from Anniken. It's pretty open once you get past that last grouping of trees over there. Should be a simple upshot. This is the shortest and easiest par 4, especially since they moved that OB line. I still like taking the tunnel. I don't know why. It feels cooler. Like I said yesterday.
Holyn likes the cool route as well.
Yeah.
She's also trying to get an eagle. We already know that. Mm-hmm. But she doesn't give it enough height, trying to stay under those Texas trees. She'll have still have a little chippy approach to get the birdie. Hokom with about 160, 180 to the green.
Pulls it wide. She's mad. This one feels awful to par. Just awful.
It's, yeah, not great. Owen going to line up a backhand where we thought she would throw a sidearm. And she's in the bullseye. Mm-hmm.
Anniken just chipping up. It's early and kind of fluffed, but she's near circles. Where is she?
Yeah, I think near circle's edge at the bottom of the hill.
Even Holyn, with Holyn turfing it, she's still so far. Man, I would love to see an eagle on this one before the weekend's out. The way that it's kind of like shaped downhill at the end definitely allows for opportunities.
Sarah gives it a good bid, catches the cage. She's going to have to settle for par on this one. About half the field birdied this with 48 out of 50 competitors getting at least to circle 2 in regulation.
Anniken saving the birdie after the kind of bad upshot. I was trying to think of a nicer way to say that.
We're honest here in the booth.
Oh,
man.
Holyn. That one hurts.
Confidence seems to be a little shot on the green today. And that's a par that feels like a bogey.
Yeah, really does. Kristen you know, off the streak now. Let's see what happens.
It's a very difficult peninsula hole. I love the sidearm line. I think it's super safe. And
Gets you a circle 2 look as well. Mm-hmm. A lot of women going to lay up to circle 2, not mess with this peninsula.
not Evelina,
Not
though.
Evelina. She's messing.
She is messing with it.
Hard. Too hard. Oh, just hard enough.
Perfectly hard into circle 1. Almost straws metal, too.
Yeah, what a great shot. Kristen, huge birdie look. Is she really?
Come on.
Come on. Get a fist bump and a long run. That looked every bit of 60 feet. She's still running.
And we love to see Kristen run one in.
She doesn't usually.
No, but you have to run one in when it's like 60
That
feet.
far?
Yeah, because it would take forever. And it'd be like, okay.
All right.
Get off the stage, Kristen.
Yeah, we get it. You're so good.
Nice birdie putt from Evelina as well.
Wow, that was nuts.
And Evelina, taking that risky drive, that's so just her game plan. And I love to see her do that and execute it so well. Kristen, 11 down through the round.
Hole 13, a par 3, 315 feet. Another one that's tighter than it looks, harder to get there because you can't really swing one out to the right like you might want to as a right-hand backhanded player. We saw Kristen get it with the power sidearm, which is a great line. It's going to be a good line for Anniken as well. There's more room on the left than the right.
This hole really caters to having a distant sidearm. Look at all the space over there you have to work with. And it's hard pan, so you can get a good ground skip as well.
Just like that. Own in that tie for first now with that turkey with Anniken and Kristen.
Anniken not quite as outside as she wants, but that tree just saved her life.
Yeah, she was going to be in the rough, and there's water over there. It's oh, yes. Fantastic.
Yes, following this disc as it backboards.
Boom.
And parks it. All according to the game plan.
Mm-hmm. Hokom throwing the sidearm also to the left side. That has some nice turn on it. It's fading back now. And in the circle. Gorgeous shot.
Holyn, throw forehand.
Do it.
Throw forehand.
Yeah, there we go. There we're doing
Pull
it.
Out. I'm sorry. She's got such a great forehand. I am happy to see her execute inside the circle.
This is kind of a big one moving into the last stretch here to build momentum.
Yay!
Especially after that last short miss putt. It's a big deal for Holyn's round. Own.
Four in
Four
a
in a
row.
row. Roseate. What do you say it?
Yep, roseate spoonbill.
Roseate spoonbill.
Roseate spoonbills are pink from eating copious amounts of shrimp.
Copious. Star frame.
It is on the very difficult hole 13.
All out and to the left. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen wrapping up her round after that enormous putt. She's 11 down and looking to go 12. Hits the koozie.
Parked. Again.
Yeah.
No wind on this hole. Yesterday we saw a pretty whipping, swirly wind, playing with a lot of discs.
It was a slight headwind.
Yeah,
but
you
it
could
really doesn't
definitely-
look too bad.
No, you could see it a little more on Evelina's drive. She'll be on the edge of circle 1. But she's been canning these all day.
Can she do it again?
Yeah, lucky acing this hole yesterday.
Ooh, that's not it.
Oh, no.
That's going to be a mandatory drop zone. This drop zone, outside circle 2, it's got to be, what, 80 feet? 75? She's just going to lay it up. You can see that left to right wind. Evelina a little less committed on that putt than the rest of the round.
I'm lucky going to be back to even on this hole. Wait, no, she's still 1 under. Never mind. Bad math. No, she's still... Oh my gosh.
Oh, geese can't do math. Don't ask me.
Honk, 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 honk is what I meant to say. Honk, honk, honk.
She's still 1 under on that hole. Anyway, Kristen Tatar, look at her. Wow. To shoot up into a tie for first, I mean, obviously the round's not over for our lead card, but from third card is nuts.
Owen and Anniken pulling away from their card mates on the
not
lead
from
card.
Kristen.
No, Kristen 12 down to finish in the clubhouse. Hottest round ever seen on this course.
Yep.
Hole 14, 513 feet. U-shaped. Big 2 sidearms in a row is the best way to get you up and down. After that star frame, we got $25 going to Edge Disc Golf. So cool. Let's see if we can get another one here. There is out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side. The right side does have some water, but it's a little bit pulled back into the woods. So you don't really have to worry about it unless you absolutely shank one. This is a very birdieable hole, especially there used to be a really big log across the middle that forced you to throw kind of nose up, and it made the tee shot a lot more difficult. Owen really wrapping the corner with this sidearm.
That's looking great. And again, from that side, it just sets up for another sidearm. So if she throws a backhand, I'm going to scream. Anniken throwing a huge backhand there.
All you headphones users, get ready.
Oh, man. I'm going to scream straight into the mic.
Like Owen could do it. The amount of sidearms we've gotten to watch today is so awesome.
It's very fun.
I mean, I know with having Sarah on the card, but Owen and Holyn and even Anniken throwing some sidearms as well.
Hokom pushed a little straighter. She's in a good spot. Holyn really skies this thing on a sharp hyzer line. Wraps the corner so high in the air. That's crazy. Great distance. I kind of like this straight play. It makes the second shot just slightly longer, but you got a lot more room to work. Hokom hangs it out over OB just a bit and parks it.
Ooh, almost draws metal. %42% of the FPO field getting this hole. 21 birdies.
Anniken with a really smooth backhand approach. Not CTP, though.
Just looking like disc golf robots. Perfect shots.
Owen going sidearm, so that's good for everybody.
Yes. Oh, no. Is she? Just barely trickles out of bounds.
That close to the circle.
I didn't realize either.
I knew that it got close, but I thought it was...
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, that Annie skip did her in.
That's crazy. I thought it was closer to the road. I'm kind of glad I didn't know this was here, and I wish I still didn't know for tomorrow, personally. Oh, Own.
Nice par save.
Yeah. Holyn for another birdie. I believe to get back under par for the round.
There we go. Confident, a little high in the chains, but it works out just fine. Sarah and Anniken with a battle putt.
3 for 4 birdies on the lead card. Checking in now with the chase card, Valerie Mandujano. Taking the right side, which, as Madison said, is the more common play and getting really perfect ground play, it looks like. She'll have a bit of a putt.
Nice.
Yeah. How many turkeys do you think there have been this tournament? More than any other tournament that ever was?
Without a doubt.
How many roseate spoonbills?
Almost as many as the rookery we visited this week.
Yeah, probably just as many, right? Anniken able to pull ahead into solo first. Kristen, Tatar tied with Own. Own's still a lot more birdies to go, though, potentially. Hole 15 is a par 4, 579 feet. You see mostly backhand flex shots. The OB on the left, you can definitely find if you don't commit to the flex and you hyzer out. Obviously, Anniken's going to just throw probably I'd assume a hyzer. I guess I haven't really thought about it. Then probably another hyzer. We're going to see.
Whenever I walk up to a tee, I like to consider what a lefty would throw every time.
Sure. Yeah, me too. Obviously. I was just wondering if she needed to do any kind of flex with these trees kind of right here, but she really doesn't.
Yeah, there's plenty of space out there to work.
And to me, that little tee pad is kind of the mark of a solid shot. The peninsula can be tough. There's a little corner right before. There is some water down there. So the second shot, if you're under committed, can get caught and even find out of bounds.
Yeah, Sarah, for working this flex shot, she really does have to commit to making sure it turns through the flight, because if it hyzers out any earlier than that, the second shot can be really difficult. Holyn, super powerful shot, similar to when we watched Evelina play this hole.
The Titanium Undertaker, which I think is a fairway driver. I feel like she's taken a bit off. I think she was playing maybe just a bit too aggressive earlier in the round.
Own flexing a sidearm as well. She probably will be blind to the basket over there. Yep, we can see Sarah not quite able to see it. She's going to have to throw a pretty sharp hyzer.
Yeah, that's why landing on the left is a little bit more ideal.
And Sarah doesn't even try to go for it. She's just playing safe. That basket is so close to that out of bounds water if you come in early.
And very tucked. Even if you get the line right from over there, sometimes you just go deep and don't have a great look at it either. You can see Own leaving this nice and wide as well, hoping to get some ground play. And for once, she doesn't. That's really dug in there. Anniken with a better angle here. That was a big shot, too, off the tee.
This looks so good.
Yeah.
And sneaks inside the circle. They really did put this basket in the perfect place to make this hole so hard.
Yeah, it's like almost annoying, but also, I respect it. It's a good placement.
Holyn with a really great slower speed forehand. Some nice little ground play at the end. It just settles down perfectly in the bullseye.
She's looking settled down too, kind of more smooth and confident, less frustrated.
Ooh, a nice little soft bid from Sarah from right inside circle 2.
Oh, I thought she had it. She thought she had it. You thought she had it.
Uh-huh.
Anniken for her own 4 in a row. Spoonbill.
Gosh, she just looks so comfortable. Like she's done this a million times.
Yeah, it looks like she's been on 1,000 lead cards. There hasn't been a single touch of nerves that you can tell anyway. Holyn for a turkey. She's 2 down now.
It's wild because yesterday was Anniken's first 1,000 rated round of her career.
Right. And now she's like on track to do it again.
Yeah, she is well on her way and just looking super comfortable.
But that's one of the reasons that this tournament's so fun. Like Sai Ananda won it last year, and probably not a ton of people knew who she was at that time. Anyone can win out here. It makes it very exciting.
Valerie taking a risk with the tee shot and it pays off. She's got her own roseate spoonbill on her scorecard.
So many spoonbills. We're not going to have enough shrimp to feed them all. Anniken in solo first still, and 2 ahead of Kristen, who's in the clubhouse.
And still stacking up birdies.
Yeah, she is.
Hole 16. We've watched a handful of people play it at this point, 267. Some players take this route that the drone is flying with a forehand. Most people are going to go the hyzer route, though, to the right of these trees that we're flying by, getting some ground play coming into this elevated basket. There is out of bounds all the way around the right and left side coming in deep of the basket, but you have some room to work if you do come in hot.
Anniken going really stable and high. This is an S-Blend Emperor.
She parked this one yesterday, and she did really well again today.
Is she just outside the circle, though?
I think so.
I think, yeah, maybe either a little too high or just not quite enough power. Here's that right side play from Holyn. She's just going challenger, overseal challenger, putter shot.
Catches that one last guardian tree you have to miss.
It catches so many.
It really does. Those two are in the perfect place. Sarah taking the same line that we watched Kristen take.
Oh, yeah.
Navigating all the trees perfectly.
Neutron photon for her. If you didn't watch round 1, those flags are protecting some turtle eggs.
Own with the backhand line.
Did she go forehand yesterday?
I cannot remember.
I have no idea. She went backhand today, though, and it was good.
Anniken still lining this putt up on the elevated basket from circle 2.
I love it. And it checks up pretty nicely.
I mean, would you lay it up in a practice round? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Holyn also going for it from circle 2.
Not quite committed, but it checks up okay.
Own from 20 feet.
Dead center. Another birdie. And that is... Oh. Her roseate spoonbill was a few holes ago. I thought that was going to be a golden sombrero.
Don't be ridiculous.
Anniken looking super comfortable on her comeback putts on this elevated basket.
Own
Pro
gonna,
move.
Yeah. Own gonna bring it to 1 stroke behind Anniken with that birdie. It's really high in the chain.
It was.
Hokom for birdie.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth putt.
Just slowly stacking them up and just not making any mistakes.
Never. Feels like she never does.
Mm-hmm.
Two holes to go. And our top three positions pulling away a little bit from the rest of the field. Hole 17 is a par 3, 297. We've already seen it, the peninsula hole. A lot of risk to go for it. You got to avoid this tractor when you come in on the right-hand backhand hyzer lane. So the sidearm and the left-hand backhand, probably the better play. You see a lot of layups with slower speed discs, like mid-ranges, just to land into circle 2 and leave yourself a long putt. Kind of like what we saw Kristen do. Whoa.
Oops.
Looks like Hokom was going for it, but she salutes it as it enters the drink, a shallow, watery grave. That is hilarious. Owen always looking like she overflexes it, but she almost never does.
Yeah. It's unbelievable how much trust she has in those shots.
Just
those
perfect
shot shapes.
control. Mm-hmm. Do you think she has like beat-in backups? I should ask her that. Like, what if she loses one of those magical destroyers? Or is she good with all destroyers?
I have no idea.
idea.
I'm not prepared to answer a single question about own scam because it's so unrelatable.
Yeah, just don't ask us.
It's so beyond what my brain is capable of understanding.
Anniken does the layup play, and I'm not sure if she got to circle 2. Holyn going big, but with a mid-range, I believe. That's her glow buzz.
I love that play from Holyn.
Me too. Solid run. Anniken gonna take another par. She's at 9 down, a couple strokes ahead of Kristen. With 18 isn't a gimme, but it is Easy. If you get across the water, Hokom. Nearly saves the par. Gonna take a bogey. The fact that she so looted it so early in the flight is so funny.
Oh, Holyn can't quite scoop up this birdie. Very close. Own the only one left with the birdie opportunity on the lead card. Nice.
Great birdie. I've never birdied this one because I've never tried, but it must feel great. It's so risky.
I got it once, but it was from like 55 feet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'll land in circle 2 and give it a go. But I mean, just to land close off the tee and make an easy putt probably feels amazing.
One last chase card check-in. Valerie Mandujano on the 18th. What a smooth-looking shot.
That's all she throws.
Came in just like Lucky's ace. Just didn't get the little ground play. Checks up nicely, though.
This walk is always really funny. Like
The runway?
Yeah, the runway. Yes. Little voguing down the way.
Yes, please.
Oh. Valerie.
Thank you, basket.
Yeah. Gets the birdie with that one. Own tying it up with those 2 birdies. Anniken with the 2 pars. 19 up, 2 ahead of Kristen.
Hole 18, 272 feet, a water carry, and a fun little boardwalk to shoot from. We watched Lucky get an ace on this hole yesterday with a skip off the green. Feels kind of like an island hole because there's out of bounds short, obviously, in the water, and the cart path just beyond is out of bounds as well. It's only, 25 or 30 feet behind the basket?
Yeah, it's maybe closer.
Yeah, it's really close. You can't come in too hot. Great day watching this card on moving day. Really lovely weather. Nice calm winds.
It's a nice day to be alive. Own little baby flex pretty much parks it. Maybe a little bit of pressure on Anniken. Probably a little bit of a tougher lefty line. That one big tree is right in the way.
Gotta get super sneaky.
Yeah, she navigates it nicely.
I wonder if she was trying to go through there or if she was trying to do more of like a little turnover.
I kind of think probably, or maybe wider with a skip. It's hard to say. It's way more open for the right-handed player. Holyn with another buzz shot. That tree might be right in her way, but she's close. And Hokom taking the wide gap wider than we saw Anniken take it, and it is beautiful.
Yes, that's so great.
I assume that's what Anniken's trying to hit.
I think so too.
Oh,
yay.
Boy. And what a bounce back after the bogey on 17.
And look at that thing just land so softly in the bullseye. Anniken into circle 2 for her birdie putt.
Oh, yeah. Just sprints in there.
That's to go. Is that a back-to-back 10s?
Did she? I think it was. It is. Yep.
Is it?
Yep. I feel like she said she shot 9 down in the interview, and it's confused me this whole time. Wow.
Yeah, back-to-back 10
wow.
downs. Yesterday was her first 1,000 rated round, and this one's got to be close to 1,000 rated.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I love how she just fully sprinted.
Yes.
Like she was like straight off the blocks on a track, just like full power.
Like right after she lets go of it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Own to finish with a turkey and to tie Anniken. They're 20 down after 2 rounds. That's wild.
That's a 9 down for Own.
Isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Holyn struggled in the front, really cleaned it up at the end, which is just so difficult to do mentally. And she ends up 3 under par.
And I feel like Anniken just looking surprised at herself.
Yeah.
Walking off that
Look at
green.
that bogey-free 10 down. Yes, ma'am.
And that's back-to-back days of her doing it. And after never shooting 1,000 rated round and then just coming out here and doing double digits twice in a row.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I can do it.
Yeah, sometimes it's just
it
your
again.
weekend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What an exciting lead card tomorrow. Kristen Tatar joining us with her hot round 12 down. Sarah Hokom maintaining throughout the round, shooting 5 down to stay on lead card. She's 7 strokes back. But look at how many women under par.
Yeah, and what's cool is we saw Kristen shoot the course record today, 12 down, and we could see another person shoot another record tomorrow.
Yeah, we can.
There's so many birdies out here, and everyone's just continuing to get it dialed in. I do think we're supposed to have a little bit of wind tomorrow, right, on Championship Sunday?
Yep.
So come hang with us. Watch us attack Brock Park one more time.
Check out 35th place is under par for the tournament out of 50.
That's wild.
Yeah.
We love Brock Park. Come hang, come watch us round 3. And this is going to wrap up our stint in in Texas. 4 weeks in a row. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're the two hotkeys.
Honk.
Honk.